Conrad always had a great attitude. When they first opened Cooter Brown's, I remember when we finally got a date there, and he was the first guy that walked up, and he had his Lone Star beer hat on, and he was bragging on me, and just we were hugging and everything. And he was like, "Hey, I can't believe Nick Lawrence Band is playing here." And he was such a just always had a tremendous attitude. He would always ask me, "How's your mom and dad doing? How's your son doing?" I have a lot of friends, and a lot of friends just don't always ask those questions. It means a lot to me, and he lived life to the fullest. And figure I'll play him that Garth tune. And love you, Conrad. Looking back, all memory of the dance we shared beneath the stars above. For a moment, all the world was right. How could I have known that you'd ever say goodbye? And now, glad I didn't know the way it all would end, the way it all would go. Our lives are better left to chance. I could miss the pain, but I'd had to miss the dance. Holding you, I feel everything. For a moment, wasn't I king? And if I'd only known how the king would fall, then who's to say? You know, I might have changed it all. And now, glad I didn't know the way it all would end, the way it all would go. Our lives are better left to chance. I could have missed the pain, but I'd had to miss the dance. Yes, my life, it's better left to chance. I could have missed the pain, but I'd have had to miss the dance.
Hi, we are Crystal and Charlie from Small Town Habit. We never had the pleasure of working with Conrad, but we knew him first as a fan of the band and then, of course, as a friend. You always knew when he was at a show because you could spot that smile from a mile away. He was one of the most kind, supportive, just good-souled people that we ever had the pleasure of meeting out on the road. And we would love to sing this song for him and his family.
A place when we all get to heaven. What a day of rejoicing that will be when we all see Jesus. We'll sing and shout the victory. Soon the tread the streets of gold. When we all get to heaven, what a day of rejoicing that will be. When we all see Jesus, we'll sing and shout the victory. When we all see Jesus, we'll sing and shout the victory.
We'll sing with you again one day, Conrad.
You have to basically think about Conrad and the way his life came about. He had a lot of hardships, overcoming cancer. He basically was the strongest person I've ever met in my life, and the most generous person I've ever met in my life. Man, Conrad would always come up, always have a gift for you. Transformers, he would bring me toys. I have them in my office, right next to the most important trophies or accomplishments in my life. I have toys, dude. And that's what tells you how much of an impact he can make on somebody's lives. And it was very special to have him in my life.
I'm gonna live forever. I'm gonna cross that river. Gonna catch tomorrow now. You're gonna wanna hold me like I always told you. Gonna miss me when I'm gone. Nobody here will ever find me, but I'll always be around. Just like the songs I leave behind me, I'm gonna live forever now. You fathers and you mothers, be good to one another. Try to raise those children right. Don't let the darkness take them. Don't make them feel forsaken. Lead them safely to the light. When this whole world has blown asunder and all stars fall from the sky, remember that someone really loves you. We'll live forever, you and I. I'm gonna live forever. I'm gonna cross that river. I'm gonna catch tomorrow now. You're gonna wanna hold me like I always told you. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. Oh, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. Gonna miss me when I'm gone. Then I remember I would do Cooter Browns on Monday nights, like every night for the past like 2 or 3 years. And I was introduced to Conrad from my buddy Clay, and Conrad was working for HEB at the time, and I hadn't even known it, but he had been battling cancer, but he didn't, Conrad was the type of dude that never wanted anybody to feel sorry for him, and he truly lived every day of this life that he had like it was his last. And I feel very lucky and blessed to have known a person like him, because they're few and far between. I feel like the world needs more people like Conrad, and it's just so hard that he's gone. Because I won't have that person physically there, but I know he's with me and with a lot of other people in his family, and his legacy will live on. That's what I wanted to play that song, because even though his body is not here with us, but his spirit and his soul is going to live forever, and that's only something I wish I could do. My thoughts and prayers go out with his family and his friends. The music community that we love and support is hurting right now. But we also gained a guardian angel, and I'm blessed to have known him.
I just wanted to send my prayers and condolences to the Soriano family and all the music friends that Conrad had. He went out of his way to really help us when we needed it, and it was a testament to the kind of person he was. And I'm very grateful to have known him, and just look forward to trying to be as good as a person as he was. And miss you.
Sometimes you think, what's going to be my legacy? What am I going to leave behind? Why was I on this world and this earth? Well, Conrad is actually different. We all know why. He just was here to spread love and to remind you that you need to live your life every day. If he put his mind to something, he would go 110%. He literally will just sit down and really work hard at anything he was going to be doing to become great at it. And sure enough, man, he overpasses. He literally leapfrogged us in our career in music. He started working for John Wolf, all which happened with John Wolf asking if he could borrow Conrad for one weekend. A few days later, he comes around and Conrad comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, bro." And you know Conrad, "Hey, bro, they offered me a good deal." I said, "Well, talk to it. Talk to your family about it. Talk to Clay about it. And see what you want to do." And I advise him, you need to go. Man, this is a career you're doing really well in, you're really working hard. And by the time you knew it, gosh darn it, he was with John Wolf, man, on a tour bus. He leapfrogged us. Now we're looking up to him. He's teaching us new lingo and then stuff about equipment. And it was a blessing to see that you just open a door for someone of the caliber of Conrad and how much he could succeed in that field that he had nothing to do with. He had no music background, no business background of that different area of industry, and everybody knows it.
Man, Conrad, where do we begin, man? We had a lot of great times on the road. He was a member of my band for almost 2.5 years, and I'll always remember my favorite times were just being on the road. But then coming back home, and we would do band lunch during the week. We'd go get ramen noodles, and he would always he was like, "Man, sorry, excuse my language," but he'd be like, "Oh man, I hope you get the shits," because he goes, sometimes he wouldn't want to go with us because he had already ate or something, or it was bad timing. But he was such a great sport about everything. And our family lunches, the band lunches that we would have on the road and then at home, and just the quality time we spent together. Just not long ago, I was showing Conrad and a lot of my friends and family the new music, and Conrad pulled me aside and he goes, "Man, that's a great song," and I'm just so glad that it went over so well, and he really liked that one, and I wanted to dedicate that to Conrad. It's called "Ask Me Again," and hope you like it, buddy. You ought to work, everybody's able. Take your your hat off at the table. Give the good Lord thanks for everything. Say yes, ma'am, to your mama. Visit your grandparents while you got them. There's nothing more important than family. Ask me again, I'll tell you the same. Ain't no guessing about what I'd say. Some things just never change. The way I feel about certain things, it's safe to say I'm set in my ways. When it comes to you, it's still the case. You ask me if I love you, girl, I will till the grave. Ask me again, I'll tell you the same. Credit card shouldn't live in a pocket, just a backup plan in your wallet. It's best to pay cash for everything. 3 months pays a lot. When you're gonna tie the knot, it's worth more than the money saved on a diamond ring. Ask me again, I'll tell you the same. There ain't no guessing about what I'd say. Some things just never change. Like the way I feel about certain things, safe to say I'm set in my ways. When it comes to you, it's still the case. You ask me if I love you, girl, I will till the grave. Ask me again, I'll tell you the same. You ask me if I love you, girl, I will till the grave. Ask me again, I'll tell you the same. Ask me again, I'll tell you the same.
Conrad would call me every Sunday. He would always ask me, "What are you doing?" He knew what I was doing. I was at work, second job. He knew I worked my second job so I could help out my kids. He always told me he was proud of me. He always told me I was a good father. He told me he was going to start playing the lotto. He told me he was going to win. He told me after he won that I would never, ever have to work 2 jobs again. You know, I believed him every time he said it.
First and foremost, I just want to say my condolences to the entire family, the Soriano family. I think it goes without saying that Conrad was just an amazing person. He always had a smile on his face, and I'll always remember that because anytime I saw him, even though I was having a terrible day, he'd find some way to pick me up. So that's one thing I'm going to miss about him. So God bless him, and may he rest in peace.
Just every time I met Conrad, he was always laughing, always had his beer, and always having a good time, and his love for music. And, you know, he was just a big part of the Cooters family, so it's kind of like losing a family member, losing a brother. So he'll be missed by a lot of people, and he has been, and it showed. And I mean, I had family members tell me, like, "Oh man, that guy, I saw it on every Facebook page and everything." Just that's how loved he was, and how good of a person he was to everybody.
He was more of a fan than he was somebody that was part of the industry. And when you talk to people in the industry, they think of Conrad as an industry guy. They're like, he was a sound engineer. He wasn't a sound engineer. He was a fan of music, and that's how I'll always remember him.
¿Recuerdas en el altar cuando juramos y hasta el morir? Y ahora que estoy muriendo y tengo miedo dejarnos ir, nuestro amor siempre será, y no me olvido de aquel ayer. Comprendo, sigues viviendo, sigues tu vida, te esperaré. Juntos, siempre juntos, allá en el cielo, yo te veré. Juntos, siempre juntos, vive tu vida, sigues viviendo, te esperaré.
Ahora no tengo tiempo, solo te pido que seas feliz. ¿Acuerdas en el altar cuando juramos hasta morir? Nuestro amor siempre será, y no me olvido aquel ayer. Comprendo, sigues viviendo, sigue tu vida, te esperaré. Juntos, siempre juntos, allá en el cielo, yo te deberé. Siempre juntos, vive tu vida, sigue viviendo, te esperaré.
Sigues viviendo, sigue tu vida, te esperaré.
Go live your lives. You don't know how long you have on this earth. Get busy living was his slogan. Conrad's gonna be the person that we need to remember and to show this world how to live our lives. His legacy